Do it.
We are live.
We are.
I'm just waiting to see if my screen is gonna pop out. Am I gonna get any? Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, okay. Any echo? You know what I mean?
1 2 1 2. Sound check. Sound check.
All right, now I just have to get the chat, and then we can start this show.
Let's do it.
All right. Hi everyone. Welcome to the Raven Wolf channel. Happy Sunday. If you're spending it with your family and friends, that's awesome. I have today my guest Anja. So welcome, Anja.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone.
So today's show is going to be very interesting, and as the inspiration for this video was actually the synchronicity that I hit the other day with the rainbow that I filmed. I have a video that I made. I think it was Thursday.
Yeah, just a few days ago.
Yeah, go check it out. It's about, the title is Rainbows and Magnolias. So it's funny because so we're gonna be talking about rainbows, correct, Anja?
Yes, we will.
So rainbows in the Norse mythology and the Mayan and the I think is the Navajo legend, or hold on, let me see.
Yeah, was a Navajo, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a native. Yes, I'll be reading about that. But I want to tell you guys before we start talking about that, another synchronicity that happened, and it's this little. All right, so hear me out, and then there's that. So I bought my car last year in August from a little dealer, a guy that he buys used cars, and then he sells them. So it's not like a super professional place, right? Anyways, when was it? Thursday, I was cleaning my car and I look under my passenger seat and I saw this. This and a little boy's underwear. Clean underwear, I should say. So obviously it was, somebody's family's car because they had, kid stuff. So I throw the underwear away, of course. And then I was like, oh my God, you're going to be shitting me. Because it's My Little Pony. And what do you guys see? A rainbow.
The rainbow.
And then Anja pointed out that that's Thor, right?
Yep. The thunder and the rainbow coming out of the cloud.
So what other 34-year-old woman knows, you guys know, that have My Little Ponies? So yeah,
But it's too cute. It's really too cute.
Yeah, where is it?
There it is.
So anyways, I feel like I was extremely guided to do this show with Anja. And then the fact that it was Thor sign, I was like, Anja has to talk about the north side of the, of the rainbow stuff. So hi everybody in the chat. Sorry, I forgot to say hello. Thank you for being here with me and Anja. Right?
Right? Sorry, I was just reading the chat. Hi, Happy Lux. He said he's new.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
I've seen him before.
Welcome. And you said yesterday I had one of my best ayahuasca retreats. That's awesome. I so want to do that. That's definitely in my bucket list for sure. I know, right, Johan? It's crazy. So I don't know, how do you want to start? You're the guest, so you start.
Oh, I don't care. Whatever you.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm such a bad host.
Yeah, really terrible. That's why I come back all the time.
All right, Anja. So take it away.
Okay, I take it away. So yeah, everybody knows I'm into the north, into the runes, and that my spirit guide is Odin, right? And Thor and Hel, the whole family there. And yeah, of course, I introduced to most of the runes all the deities, and Heimdall is one of them. And in the Norse mythology, he is the keeper of the Rainbow Bridge, which is called Bifrost or Bifrost, but it has nothing to do with Marvel. I'm just saying that. And also, I want to say I'm not an Edda specialist because you really got to study that thing, you know. So I just take from as what I know, what I researched a bit, and what I see myself.
For those people that might not know, can you tell us what is the Edda?
Well, the Edda is literally, you could say, to compare it, to make it easy understandable, the North Bible, if you want to say it. And like I said, I'm not a specialist. There are many versions out there. The Pro Edda and the Prose, I mean not Prose Edda and the regular Edda. And they're all written in different centuries. And the one, yeah, it got more Christianized, of course. And so, but it literally talks about the mythologies, about the gods, about what is coming and going, and about the 9 worlds of the Yggdrasil tree, which is our earth, our created earth.
Here, hold on. I want to stop you there. So pretty much that is just like the Popol Vuh for the Mayans.
Absolutely.
It's the Mayan Bible, pretty much. Okay. And then you just mentioned about that it explains about the 9 underworlds, correct?
Yeah, or the 9 worlds, but there are lots of underworlds as well.
Yes. Well, there's actually I'm gonna be doing, and probably we're gonna have another. We already talked about it. Anja and I, we're gonna have another show talking about that specific, because I've been wanting to do a video about the Mayans 9 hells, 13 heavens, but they're not really hells. They're just, I don't know what they translated as hells, but in Mayan is underworlds. So 9 underworlds, 13 heavens. And so yeah, that's gonna be an interesting show. Compare both.
Yeah, totally. Because every world has a different, description. So that would be too much for now. So, but to get to the rainbows, so Heimdall, he's actually, which you would call the god of mankind, if you want to translate it like that. And it's not Odin. Odin is called the All-Father, but he's more like the warrior god. And he's actually Heimdall's father, back to the Norse mythology. Oh, wow. And not Thor's father as presented in Marvel.
Yeah, I was going to say the TV show.
So, and he is the keeper of the Rainbow Bridge. And this bridge is actually called Bifrost. It's actually, if you want to translate it, of like fragile nature. Like, I mean, it got translated in so many ways, from Icelandic, Old Norse to English to German, right? So, but that just shows the fragile nature of the rainbow, and also the fragile nature actually of our being here. So, and it says that the gods use the rainbow bridge to go to the underworld for a thing, to talk about what will happen next or what happened, right? Just like a little meeting. And of course, it says that human can use the bridge too, but of course not as we would think, walking. So you can reach it through meditation, like I do that. If I need a break, I will travel to Asgard to chill.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to talk about the Rainbow Bridge meditation, and I'm going to read about the steps and what it's about and stuff. So that's great that you bring that up.
Yeah, I call it a journey, not like a meditation. Right. It's just different, right? Like meditation could be a deep state of relaxation, but I do it as a journey, so I really space.
Yeah, you can take journeys while meditating.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like I said, the gods travel to, not the decide over what's going to happen. They just decide what can happen or what happened. I mean, I don't know what they talk about. I'm not there. I'm not invited to the meeting. So
Not allowed.
I'm not allowed yet. So, and it's also, I read somewhere that they use the red of the rainbow, which is the fire, actually, and is the creation and the destruction, depending on how you use it for, right? Some use it for destruction, have we figured out. And
Notre Dame.
And it says that at the end, Heimdall, he has his horn, right? And once he blows his horn, this will call in Ragnarok, the end of the world, which again, I don't see at the end of the world. I see it as a new era coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also Heimdall, which I found interesting, is he's born by 9 mothers. Yeah, now everybody will wonder, wow, that was a complicated birth there, right? But those 9 mothers, they were all sisters, and they're called the 9 waves, which is associated again to the 9 worlds of Yggdrasil, our world, our system, and those worlds are again separated into the creation, like Nilfheim. I had to write it down because I can't remember. Nilfheim is for the cold, so the ice. Then Muspelheim is the heat. And then we got Jotunheim, which is balanced by Vanaheim. And this is the fertility, the creation. And then we have the cosmic schema of it, which is Helheim, Asgard. Helheim is, of course, Hel, the underworld. So death in that case, not in a negative way. Asgard is where the gods are. And then we have Svartalfheim, which is earth and air, and Manaheim, the human. So, and so it all balances itself out. And when the end time comes, it also says that, that the Rainbow Bridge will be destroyed by the giants, which is the first reason why Heimdall is protecting it for now, that they don't have access, but it's supposed to come the time where they access, and that all the gods will be destroyed during Ragnarok. But after, the earth will renew again, rejoice, and humans and all will live in peace and harmony again. And for me, this is like the gods being destroyed. I mean, you can't destroy the source, but for me, it's just a symbol of the balance coming in, right? That it will be balanced, that everybody is equal.
Yeah.
God's human, because that's where we come from as a source, right?
Yeah, and that's amazing, because one thing that I want to share, I want to cover, is the warriors of the Rainbow Prophecy. And I was kind of mentioning it before we started recording to you, and you said, wow, that's exactly how the Norse is, right? So that's pretty cool. Should I read it so you guys?
Yeah, do, please.
Hold on. So I do want to mention, I was also gonna read the Rainbow Bridge and the Navajo legend, but honestly, it's too long, and I don't want to just sit here and read to you guys. So if you guys want to search it, you can. Or here, let me copy the link if you want to.
Oh, can I just answer a question from?
Yes.
From Donald? He asked, after the gods are destroyed, will new ones appear? Well, I'm personally, like I said, I'm not the Edda expert, or neither do I know what will happen, right? But from what I see, for me, just the symbol of the balance. I mean, so for now we are separated from the source. We are here, but I am thinking this is just going to be a balance of we're being equal, all equal as one. We will rejoice our gifts, our abilities. You know, we will be equal. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it could also, yeah.
All right. I tried to put the link on the chat, but for some reason it said that there was an error and try again, but I don't have, yeah. So you guys can just Google it. All right. So I'm going to read the Warriors of the Rainbow Prophecy. So hold on one second. Oh, I was going to do a screenshot, but never mind. I'll just read it. Okay, so this is how the Rainbow Prophecy begins, as retold by a woman of the Cree Indian nation of America over a century ago. The Rainbow Prophecy, as it has come to be known, refers to the keepers of the legends, rituals, and other myths that will be needed when time comes to restore the health of the earth, on earth, I'm sorry. It is believed that these legendary beings will return one day of awakening, when all people will unite and create a new world of justice, peace, and freedom, and they will be named the Warriors of the Rainbow. They will reteach the values and the knowledge that has been lost in time, demonstrating how to have wisdom and extra perception, and how unity, harmony, and love is the only way forward. The rainbow reference relates to the different colors of the original people. At the beginning of a cycle of time long ago, the Great Spirit came down and he made an appearance, and he gathered the peoples of this earth together and stay on an island which is now beneath the water. And he said to the human beings, I'm going to send you to the 4 directions, and over time I'm going to change you to 4 colors, but I'm gonna give to you some teachings, and you will call this the original teachings. And then when you come back together with each other, you will reshare these. So now that you can live and have peace on earth, and a great civilization will come out. All right, I'm gonna stop there for a minute. What do you think so far?
Yeah, that is pretty awesome because it goes really confirmed with the Norse, and I mean, of course, needless to say that it's important if we get that chance again, if we will be there or not. I doubt it, but for the next generation, it's really important not to start from zero again, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is happening again and again, and it happened again and again.
That's right.
Set, or what you want to call it. Every time when we got close to getting back to embracing ourselves, our connection, realizing who we are, awakening, let's just call it awakening, that so-called reset happened because someone doesn't want to, right?
Yeah.
So it just
gets to a point where we know too much.
Yeah, and then that so-called reset comes, and so it's really important. We're getting another chance again, so it's important really to put the foot down. But also, because you just had 4 colors and rainbow warriors, the rainbow is also only called, we show 4 colors, which for me symbolizes the elements too. And also, it's always called that all the warriors go to Valhalla and they wait for the final battle. So since I'm always thinking this is the final battle that started already, we're in the process and we're right before the shutdown, before the end. I'm believing that we are actually warriors of Valhalla.
And that's exactly what I said too. We are the rainbow warriors, you know. People like you, people like me, people in the chat, you know. We're all bringing different knowledge.
Yeah, that's just amazing how that matches all, right? And again, it's all the cultures that always had the connection, that could see through their games, you know, that whole manipulation which is going on for ages since of beginning of the world. Yeah, exactly. Always trying to bring on some cults, like even with Egypt with the sun cult. It's all the sun cults that brought in, right? And then the ancient culture realized, hey, hold on a second, we got our own connection, and then bam, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's why we are here at this point, and it's very important to do what we are doing
Yeah,
right now to wake everyone up in a big chain reaction.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I want to share a little bit more of this, the warrior prophecy. So, a particular interesting part of the prophecy relates to the choosing of the leaders. According to the story, a leader will not be the one that talks the loudest, boasts of success, or has the support of the elite. Leaders will be those whose actions speak the loudest, the ones that have demonstrated wisdom and courage and have proven that they work for the benefit of all. Isn't this how things should be? The rainbow has always held special significance among the different Native American Indian nations. Native spirit, like my deck, my oracle deck. Anyways, it is connected to the spirit, supreme God, creator in all things. Apart from the Cree prophecy, these are many prophecies and stories from the Hopi, Sunni, and Cherokee related to the the rainbow warriors. There will come one day that peoples of all races, colors, and creeds will put aside their difference. They will come together in love, joining hands in unification to heal the earth and call her children. They will move over the earth like the great whirling rainbow, bringing peace, understanding, and healing everywhere they go. Many creatures through the extinct or mythical will resurface at this time. The great trees,
Wow.
yeah, the great trees that perish will return almost overnight. All living things will flourish, drawing sustenance from the breast of the Mother Earth. What do you think, Anya?
Wow, that goes so hand in hand. Like next time when we do this with the different realms, I will talk about the end prophecy as well because it's a little longer as well. But in
That was
Hollywood calling.
that's my mom.
So
Sorry.
yeah, but it says it speaks absolutely the same that everything will flourish. There will be enough food and water for everyone. So it just is. I'm
I'm gonna
pretty
have
much.
to answer her. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Ma, estoy haciendo un show. Estoy en vivo.
Hi, mom.
Háblame luego, ma. Te quiero. Bye.
That's too cute.
Okay, sorry. I know she will try to call me over and over and over. Like, so I need to answer.
I do.
So, anyways, I'm sorry. So yeah, it's interesting how it goes with the Norse. Like the same.
And it's like really they knew that this has happened already, and now they finally have a chance to reach people to bring out, hey, that happened before, get your shit together, don't have them do what they did all over the centuries again. Don't give them the power. Don't feed into the ego in there.
That's right.
And even in one thing, I should have written that down, but it also talks about the rainbow, how it enters actually, or it describes our system here even as a matrix wise, and that the rainbow is even kind of like a wormhole, or it even um, is seen maybe back in the days as our Milky Way.
It's interesting. It's interesting because with the here I have a picture. Well, I'll show you guys in a minute. The Mayan, in the Galactic Maya stuff, the rainbow bridge is around the Earth. It's like the Earth, and there's a rainbow bridge around the Earth. So, yeah. Anyways, I want to keep reading the rest of this. All right, so that was from
And
the.
remind me what's around the Earth in the North.
Oh, really? Wow.
No, not the rainbow.
Oh, then what you said?
It's a snake around the rainbow,
Oh,
around the
yes,
Earth. A
yes, I've
snake,
seen that.
which for
Yes,
it
Yeah.
bites itself in the tail, but for me, it has nothing to do with our dragons we talk about. I think that's a symbol of our elite holding the world, you know. But that's just my opinion. It's nothing historical or anything.
Yeah.
This is just for me. The symbol is like the snake, or which will destroy at the end the earth. Um, this is now it will release, and that's when everything goes down, right? For me, it's just a symbol of our matrix, of our elite
Yeah.
holding it
Yeah.
together and not releasing.
Yeah. So that one that I just read was from the Navajo Hopi prophecy of the whirling rainbow.
This is really beautiful.
Yeah. So here, this next one is from the Grandfather William Commanda, Circle of the Nation Prophecy of the Seven Fires of the Anishinaabe from Asian Wampu Belt. So in the time of the seven fires, a new people will emerge. They will retrace their steps to find the wisdom that was left by the side of the trail long ago. Their steps will take them to the elders, who they will ask to guide them on their journey. If the new people remain strong in their quest, the sacred drum will gain sound its voice. There will be an awakening of people, and the sacred fire will again be lit. At the same time, the light-skinned race will be given a choice between two roads. One road is the road of greed and technology without wisdom or respect for life. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps.
Wow.
This road represents a rush to destruction. The other road is spirituality, a slower path that includes respect for all living things. If we choose the spiritual path, we can light yet another fire, an eighth fire, and begin an extended period of peace and healthy growth.
Wow.
I got goosebumps. That was awesome.
That is very awesome. That kind of reminds me of, what is it, the Greek Prometheus myth. It says that there will be coming fire from the sky. The gods will all get pissed off, and they will spit fire from the sky down to earth to renew everything. And
I'm so excited. I don't know.
right, you're right. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And see us run first. Oh shit!
What we got ourselves into?
So yeah, then out of the ashes that is coming from that fire, everything will be renewed again. So another one. But all the connected people.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me just finishing up. I just think this is great.
This is really cool, and how it goes hand in hand.
Yes, with what's going on now, you know? All right. So, well, Wikipedia would have people believe that the legend originates.
Death Star.
Huh?
Look at Death Star. I'm so happy. He's crying.
Oh no. Let's see. Oh yeah. Well, Wikipedia will have people believe that the legend originates in 1962 book titled Warrior of the Rainbow by William Willoya and Vincent Brown. The reality is that the prophecy is ancient, passed down as oral history over many generations. Brown himself admitted that his research came from the Hopi prophecies, and the book has been criticized as an attempt to evangelize with the Native American community by relating the prophecy of the Rainbow Warriors to the second coming of Christ. Are you surprised, Anja?
Oh, really? But that's what happened with the Edda. And I don't know if it was the prose Edda, which is the older, or the other version. I would have to lie. But one of them got totally Christianized too. Yeah. Even at the end, when they would talk, the Völva, the seer, the magician of them, even that part got faked. It's like, gag me. Like they talk about when the end of the world will come, the seers, right? They were very, very respectful shamans, Norse shamans, and even said the Lord. Even then, they had to change this into the Lord of everything. They had. It's like
I did the same with the Mayans. The
Like
same with the
what the
Mayan.
hell? There was no Lord.
The first ever translation from the Popol Vuh to, you know, it was in Spanish from the Spanish from Spain. It was one of I forgot, a priest or who did it, and of course it switched it. And a lot of people say, certain scientists or whatever, they said that the reason why he had to be translating it and guiding it towards more of a Christian way is because if he would have translated exactly how it was, then they will probably kill him because it will not go with their agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's lame.
Yeah.
Chicken.
All right. So, reference to the new era, a golden age a golden age characterized by harmony, stability, and prosperity do not just belong to the Native Americans, but also can be found in myths and legends from all over the world, as known as Chryson Genos in the Greek mythology, the Kali Yuga in Vedic and Hindu culture, and the Gulard in Norse. Am I saying it that word right? Gulard?
Glard?
Yes, in Norse mythology. One aspect is that is common among many legends of the Golden Era is to the return of beings of gods that will aid to the restoration of the earth. In the classic Greek mythology, the Golden Age was presided over by leading Titus Cronius. In some version of the myths, Astraea also ruled. She lived with men until the end of the Silver Age. But in the Bronze Age, when men became violent and greedy, fled to the stars, where they appeared as a constellation Virgo, holding the scales of justice of or Libra. Whether these prophecies are true or not, much of what we spoke about, the era of greed and violence, is a reality through much of the world today. Corruption, greed, poverty, consumerism, and power to the few, and injustice are predominant characteristic of our civilization, accompanied by a great technological advancements that has become a weapon for mass destruction and a tool for suppressing resistance. Whether beings from the past will interfere or not, one thing is for true: life cannot continue in this way forever.
No, and then that's what I totally agree. We had the Bronze Age, we had the Silver Age, and it all got resetted, right? If we
Yes.
see it or not, then we fake a little history, you know, write it up, put up in nice buildings, and say, oh, that's ancient. Like we don't really know anymore what's ancient buildings and whatnot. I mean, and then I'm wondering, like, I mean,
And
not
now they're destroying it.
yeah, and I'm not trying to be the negative Nelly here, but we really don't know anymore which of the ancient buildings are ancient buildings because we had so many resets.
And not only that, but for example, some of the pyramids that are in Teotihuacan in Mexico City, you can see, and actually Brian Forrester has a video about it. The pyramids, you can see how there were the original builders built them a certain way. Then the Aztecs or whoever came, and you can see the different materials that they use and the different style. So
Yeah.
the building weren't the Aztecs. The Aztecs did not build those buildings. You know what I mean?
Look at Stonehenge. You can see the metal pole sticking out of the rock, in the rock, on the ground. Hello. Like, yeah, they had metal beams.
That's crazy.
No wonder they were so heavy. Duh. Ugh. It's just.
So this is the, if you guys want to do more research about it, is the warriors of the rainbow prophecy.
It's really cool. It's really cool. And yeah, even is it the Celts or the Norse? I mean, except the runes, the signs. I mean, everything was brought on verbally, right? Like all the knowledge was passed on.
Yeah.
And then the Romans thought, oh, cool, let's make, an alphabet. And then we add in the calendar and we totally screw them up.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, being the Raven Wolf channel, I have to bring some Mayan stuff.
Of course.
So, want to talk about a little bit about the Mayan goddess that is associated with the rainbow. Actually, I already made a video about her. Her name is Ixchel, is the lady rainbow. So I'm gonna screen share a picture of her, because in the Mayan mythology or Popol Vuh, they describe her as 3 different people, but pretty much she's also, can you see the picture?
I'm having like a synchro here. The 3 goddess.
Yeah.
The triple goddess.
So they all represent different, like you see this is the moon, is Ixchel sitting in the moon. The rabbit meaning fertility, she's the goddess of fertility. She's the rainbow, the lady rainbow. And she's also the water, emotions.
The crown, the mother, and the maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I'm gonna read a little bit about her, just in short, because like I said, I made a video already about her. It's in my videos. Oh, hold on, what did I do? I stopped screen share, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Ixchel is the Mayan goddess of the moon, water, weaving, and childbirth. She's also known here in her 3 aspects, left to right. Oh, I don't have the picture showing anyways. Chachel, the old moon goddess, called the midwife of creation, is Chel in her mane from a mother goddess and a weaver who sets universe in motion, and the young moon goddess shown with her totem animal, the rabbit. Ixchel is a great goddess, is a water goddess, the consort of the chief god of the Mayan pantheon, Votan. Her name,
Wow.
her name means Lady Rainbow, and she is said to have founded the city of Palenque and command of the gods. She is a weaver goddess who whirling drops spindles. It says to be at the center of the notion of the universe. She has many aspects and titles, such as Ixchel or spider web catching the morning dew, and Ixchebal, Jax, in Mayan and Aztec. So Chachel, great or red rainbow, is the goddess who brings about the destruction of the 3rd creation by causing a great flood, by pouring the waters from her jar. She spreads the way for the next age, knowing in the Maya of the legend of the 4th son. And I also covered a video about that. She's also shown as an old midwife who experienced elderly women help young women to give birth and traditionally caretakers of children. All right.
Wow.
Right there.
That's Heel too. She in the underworld also, or no, known as Paula. She also is the guardian of children.
Wow.
And also, we're listening to that. I mean, of course, there is totally the threefold goddess in there, right? The crown, the mother, the maiden.
Mm-hmm.
But it also brings me back to my Norse, to the 3 Norns. And they're like past, present, and the future. Even though they don't write the future, they just take the results of the past and the present, and therefore we create the future with it.
Wow.
So, because the word future wasn't even existent back then in, like, that would go too far to explain it, but like in that term, the word future didn't exist. So therefore, they came to the conclusion that the past and the present created what is about to happen.
Creation, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome, huh?
This is so cool.
All right, so now we're gonna move on onto the Mayan galactic stuff. And I wrote some notes. I wrote some notes on my phone, so I have to hold on. I have to get my phone. All right, so let me see. Okay, well, I'm just gonna talk about the 7 lights, the 7 colors of the rainbow and stuff like that. So the 7 lights are the rainbow. This is why the Rainbow Bridge projects is central to the entire system of the galactic Mayan time and science. In galactic synchronization, we opened the rainbow portal, and now we have 7 years to build the rainbow from the ground up, starting 2013 to 2020. Beginning with the red ray, which is the spirit of life, orange ray, which is the spirit of sanctity. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. Yellow ray, spirit of wisdom. Green ray, spirit of eternity and evolution. Blue ray is the spirit of truth. Indigo ray is the spirit of divine force. And violet ray is the spirit of divine omnipotence of the spiritual love. The Rainbow Bridge already exists. Yet the purpose of the Rainbow Bridge is to meditation is to practice until we vibrate into its dimension. Am I saying it right?
Wow.
And I was going to explain a little bit about the Rainbow Bridge meditation.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh, I'll keep opening all kinds of stuff that... Oh, man, I close it. Damn it. Yep, I close it.
Oh, also the nine waves is also, but I don't have no proof for that, but also but it makes sense if you add the 9 waves, which are the 9 worlds that got created, if you combine them with certain runes like Lagus, Evas, Kenas, and some others. It's too much now to explain. And they all have numbers, right? And if you add up the numbers, well, there are 2. There's a Futhak that I talk about, the rune alphabet, and there's another one, the Uthak. So, but it doesn't matter which one. If you add up the runes associating with the worlds, with the 9 worlds, and the Uthak, if you add up all the rune numbers, numerology-wise, it ends up to the first rune, Urus, which is the creation. And if I use the old Futhak and add it up, it adds up to the 8th rune, Gibo, which is the gift of gods to human, and to use it respectfully.
Oh, wow. That's
so
awesome.
that I found interesting too. Sorry, I just remembered.
No, I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. But okay, so now I was gonna share, and you can do this yourself. I think Aluna Ash talks about this too. But anyways, this is what I was telling you guys about, that there's a rainbow bridge around Earth. So to do this meditation, it says it's good to take a few moments to clear your mind, dissolving all thoughts as they arise. Also focus on feeling love arise in your heart. When you feel your mind clear, then begin visualizing. Visualize yourself inside the Earth octahedron crystal core. Feel your heart at the center of this crystal core, generating an intense blasting points of white light. The light from your heart core creates an etheric column that extends to the north and south poles from the blazing center of the tips of the octahedron, which is right here. Now visualize a great stream of multicolored plasma-filled light emanating from your heart core and flowing along the central axis towards both the earth poles, shooting out of them to become the 2 rainbow brands 180 degrees apart, like this. As Earth revolves in its axis, the rainbow bridge remains steady and constant. Unmoving, feel to the 2 streams of rainbow light rushing through your center column, shooting out from above your head and beneath your feet. Create a rainbow bridge around your body. Now you and the rainbow bridge are one. The rainbow bridge of the world peace is real. Visualize enough people in the telepathic wave of love, the rainbow bridge will become a reality.
Wow.
So And you say you've done this before in your journey, right? You say you connected with the...
Yeah, with the bridge, yeah. So I asked for entry.
So I think that's cool. Here,
I
let
mean,
me...
I do it different. I think everybody can do it different, but that's
Yeah,
a really nice
everybody does their
guideline.
way. Not there's not
But
a such a thing of the right way or the wrong way.
no, there isn't. That's what I find too. But that's a nice guiding meditation there to practice. Yeah, but that's what I do too on my journeys.
And look, I'm gonna share this. So when you picture the rainbow, do you see this? The lady with the rainbow bridge around? Yeah. All right. So I think that's all I have for my little presentation. Do you have anything to add or anything to...
No, that was it for my end. I mean, like I said, we want to get into the realms another time because that's too much.
Yes. We already talked about so coming soon, premiering soon.
Coming soon, this theater.
Well, Anja and I, we're gonna do a show talking about the different realms of the 9 different realms, and I'm gonna be talking about the 13 heavens, 9 underworlds from the Maya perspective. So that's our next show. And I think this was pretty cool. I think
that was amazing.
so. Thank you guys for watching and being part of this. And I hope that this gives you some kind of inspiration and oomph that, we are more powerful together. And that's actually one thing I was talking to you, Anja, before we went live, about how when we work together, we're more powerful. And it's like
that's what it is.
Huh?
And that's what it is about, that together there is no one that is out there by himself that can save the world. I mean, I hear that a lot. I'm here to save the world. No, you're not. We are here because it's our world and we got to do it. And if not, Mother Earth will do a burp.
And if you notice, you know how it says warriors as plural, not one single warrior,
There is a cool song, too bad it's in German. I would upload it.
Translate it.
It's really cool. It's a band, a German band, of course. And that was like 10 years, 15 years ago when that song came out, and he speaks about he's calling all superheroes, warriors, shamans,
that's awesome.
and everyone else, right? It's like maybe I will upload it and do the translation.
Yes, I think you should.
Because it's really, really cool. And then he says, I'm calling thousands legions, but he wanting everyone to come out and that everyone has a part. If you're a shaman, if you're a healer, if you're good talking to people, it doesn't always have to be spiritual gifts.
Yes.
I mean, the real heroes, in my opinion, they are out there, they're presenting themselves, they're going out, waking up the crowds or helping. Is it talking about vaccines and risking their life? Is it out going in third countries and discovering things?
Exactly. Those are the true heroes, yeah.
Yeah. So we do our part too, right? Spiritual wise. But those people are, for me, the real heroes.
Yes.
So they don't get enough credit for that, I find.
Yes, I agree. And sadly, some have been killed because of that.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't matter what they uncover, right? It doesn't matter if it's vaccines or is it shady shit going on in war countries or is it shady shit in my favorite institution,
the Catholic Church.
Yeah. And, they actually lose their lives for doing what they do.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. So
everybody has an important part, and it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't have to be all a spiritual gift, like spiritual in form from magic or healing or whatever. I mean, and we have the supplies. We have the crystals. We can do awesome things with crystals and quartz. You can use them for energy. Like, you can do awesome stuff. Yeah. We have our herbs to heal us. We have our energy to heal us. And yes, they're bombarding us with 5G and from above the clouds with shit.
With everything, really. We live in a toxic environment from everything, from the stuff we breathe, from the water we drink, from the food we eat, everything, constant. For the medicine that we, vaccine, everything. We're in constant. We live in a toxic environment, and I think it was created on purpose.
Constant attack. That's what that is a war that's going on, right?
Yeah.
But yet we have the possibilities, and we have the supplements to fight it. Crystals for the weather, herbs for our health. There is so much. You just really got to get into it.
And like it said on the prophecy, the warrior thing prophecy, the people that will come back to the old teachings, how the natives used to do, how, they didn't rely on technology to do things, So yeah. I think that is actually happening now. And like you were right, I agree with you that it's happening now.
Yeah, and with what it's happening now, also like what they're doing to us, like we can fight it with what we're getting from our earth.
Yes.
Now it's all there and provided. And is it like you said with the trees, for example, with how they communicate, we can do that too.
Yes.
And we can use the trees as well for that. Not use. I don't mean like in a misuse. I mean connect with it.
Yes. You get the knowledge from the trees. Yeah.
And yet they're starting cutting our trees down.
It's terrible, because once you understand that every single living thing in this planet, lives, and you're just like, we lost that empathy towards like the plants, towards flowers, towards, like trees cutting is like, oh, nothing. Shoot, we build houses out of tree bones.
like even when my plant committed suicide here, well, it was very long and it just bent. I had it tied up, but it bent and it cracked up. I about had a shit here. Like it was like, oh my God, my plant committed suicide.
Yeah.
But it's growing roots again. I put it in water.
Like, oh God.
I'm like, live.
You did CPR on your plant?
Yeah, like
the shock. Yeah.
So yeah, we have it all. It's all provided, and we have it all. And I'm not saying this is all easy. What's going on? It's not. It's so not. And the closer we come to the truth, I don't know all the truth. I really don't. I mean,
yeah. And if you claim to know, if somebody ever claims to know it all and they got all the answers, wrong. Yeah. Don't listen, because that's
it's like not happening.
Yeah.
So, and therefore also really connect with your higher self a bit more, which they're trying to interrupt with all chemicals and shit. But you got more power. Like, don't let them tell you you don't, because you do.
Yeah.
Just training, practice, and of course, always remember we're still here on Earth. We're not supposed to take off. Like, I don't buy the spaceship. We're getting picked up spaceship story. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
This is what everybody has their own opinion. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For me, it's really about, because this is for me kind of again the spaceship thing. So who cares? Let's just do whatever because we're gonna get picked up. No. This is about really taking responsibility for our action, not only blaming it on the elite and everyone else.
Right.
Because it's our action. We're giving into that.
That's right.
So,
there's a word for it when you not take responsibility, but there's accountability. When you're accountable. Yeah.
Yeah, accountability. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's the word.
And you know what? How I remember, and it's funny because I got this is funny. I got this little speaker, and it's from one of my clients that she works at a Waste Connection, right? And this is where it says,
accountability starts with you.
All right, people.
You got this?
So I thought that was funny. But and one major, in closing, one thing that I think is very important and thing we constantly need to remind ourselves because is the distractions. avoid distractions at all costs.
Yeah.
Because the more you get caught up in distractions, in drama, in this and that, you know, you deviate from your path, you know, because you're too distracted and you're putting all this time in that and energy on something that is going to lead you to no growth. So instead, choose a different path where you're going to stay in it and, you know, learn.
Yeah, and also what
Grow.
I would like to say, um, like we all have kind of money issues, right? And the more we turn into the other path, we all experience kind of financial trouble while we
Yeah.
disconnect from the matrix. But yet, I think that's another thing that got brought in our mind. Well, either you obey, and you get all the wealth you need, but please work your ass off us,
You're a
or
slave.
you're gonna be poor. And I don't believe it anymore. And somewhere there's something inside of me. I haven't switched the switch yet, flipped the switch yet, but something inside of me tells me that we can have both. I mean, I'm not talking about the yacht and the
No,
villa
no,
in the
no. But
mountains,
big
but
enough where you're not
yeah, we
struggling.
yeah, we can live comfortably, you know, that we have with what we need and doing what we do. So I think that's another programming thing. I
Yeah.
just have the conclusion there is
Yeah.
no way that we don't deserve to have food and a house to live in, you know,
Yeah.
just because. So I
Yeah.
think
Well,
just
that's part of the chains of the matrix, you know, one of them of many.
yeah, it's like, hey, come here. I got something for you. I got a candy, a lollipop. It's a van with like, you want candy, right? And you get in there and gone. So, no, I just think somewhere there needs to flip the switch that we can have both.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I'm not
But
talking of it will come to you for free. I'm not saying
yeah,
that either.
it's gonna fall down the sky or it's gonna grow in trees, so you're just gonna go get.
You will not find the golden pot at the end of the rainbow.
And it's funny you said that because in my video of the rainbow, I said that forgot how I worded, but the gold of the end of the rainbow is not a literally pot of gold, but is the knowledge of the consciousness or something. I forgot how I worded it, but anyways, thank
Yeah.
you for doing this show with me, Anja, and we'll
Thank you. That was very fun. That was really interesting. All the similarities.
yeah, I love it. That's why I love doing these shows with you, because we can compare, you know, your Norse and the Mayan and natives from here. So I love it. So yes, we're gonna do this again soon.
Yes,
But
please.
thank you everybody in the chat for watching and joining us. Happy Sunday. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. And we'll see you guys soon.
Well, thank you. Bye, everyone. Love
Bye.
you.